Lions TV, how you doing? My voice sounds to me like Joe Pasquale. I can't hear myself very well. It's been a very, very devastating, weird, surreal, strange couple of weeks for me personally, and it's been topped off last night by the absolute shit show down in Portsmouth. I don't know why I'm laughing, because I really felt for everyone that travelled down there, my son included. He actually is working in the area. So his boss went with him, who's an Arsenal fan, and his boss's brother, who's a Millwall fan. And he said, yeah, fucking get me a ticket, I'll come. So I got him a ticket. I had a ticket, but was too ill to travel. And he texted me last night and put, what the fuck have I come to watch here? What is this? What is this shit show of Portsmouth Football Club? He couldn't believe it that the game had been called off. And my reply to him was, well, that's what happens when your stadium's made out of paper mache. I've actually played at Fratton Park a long time ago for Erith Belvedere youth team in the FA Youth Club against Portsmouth. So it was old and battered then in like 1996. For the game to get called off in this day and age is absolutely outrageous. People not happy, not unsurprising either. By the way, I've not even said what this video is. It's a preview for Saturday's trip to Oxford, but I thought I'd just brush on last night's fiasco quickly. It just seems like it can only happen to Millwall, and at the minute, it definitely seems like if it can only happen to me, it would. Even though I didn't go last night, so I did have a ticket, and I now have got a ticket for whenever they replay that game, whenever that is. We shall see. But this is a preview show for Oxford this Saturday. Before we get into the game, am I going to Oxford? No, because I was supposed to be having my operation that got put back twice, which would have meant I would have been operated on last week. So I couldn't have gone to Pompey and I couldn't have gone to Oxford. I now could go to Oxford if I'm well enough to leave the house, which I'll be honest, at the minute I don't feel that I am. But I haven't got a ticket and it is sold out. So I'll probably, if I get through a stream, I'll probably stream it in here. Unless someone's got 2 tickets for me and Henry, I'll happily buy them off you. And then I may go if I feel well enough. But at the minute, my head is all over the place. My symptoms, I'll give you a few of my symptoms. I've hardly eaten for 4 days, but every time I fart, I follow through. I just don't know what that is. Cold shivers, hot sweats, absolute agony when I'm trying to wee. Nothing's coming out. Worst cough in the world. Feel nauseous but can't be sick. Headaches, coughs. Every bone in my body is absolutely aching, and my voice is gone as well. So any doctors out there, well, you don't need to let me know that I'm not well. I know that much for myself. But right, no game last night, called off. This is honestly, where's Jeremy Beadle at this point? I'm just waiting for him to jump out on me. Okay, so the team last night would have been this: Jensen in goal, Brian left back, Murray Wallace somehow was coming in at centre half alongside Jaffet Tanganga. Ryan Leonard right back was going to be the skipper. Then it would have been Saville, Dunor, Aziz, SA, and Coburn and Bradshaw up front. People saying in the comments, oh no, Bradshaw would have been in the 10. Absolutely never in a million years would Bradshaw have been in the 10. He would have been in a 4-4-2 strike partnership with Coburn. No Hutchinson. I did put a team out that I would have played last night before the team got announced, and I didn't have Hutchinson in that, and it was nothing against Hutch the way he played. I just thought 3 games in 6 days, he's going to struggle to get through all 3 of those, and Neil Harris did allude to that. That's why he wasn't in the starting 11 last night. But yeah, for me, no. In that case, I would bring Danny Mackey and Paul Lenny into the centre defence. I definitely wouldn't have, or I just would have left Hutchin with one leg, to be fair. I definitely wouldn't have gone with Murray Wallace as a second central defender. No disrespect to Muzzer. Been a great servant for the club down the years. But yeah, also on this basis that Tom Bradshaw, I like Bradshaw, you know I do. I know a lot of you don't. I feel it's unwarranted, the shit he gets, along with Billy Mitchell. I've said this before and I say it again. This isn't my opinion. This is just what I know as fact. If Tom Bradshaw is fit and available, and if Billy Mitchell is fit and available, they will always be Neil Harris's first choices. And not just them, other players as well. Not because of just what they've done for the team as it stands now, but what they've done for the team down the years. What they've done for Neil Harris as a manager, what he's got out of them as players down the years. So I get what a lot of you are saying. Langstaff's come in, he's done well, he seems to have gone out a little bit now. You've got Ivanovic sitting there as well. And as it stands, we've got our most senior striker in Tom Bradshaw and our loanee in Josh Coburn. as our two main strikers, not really looking to the future. I do get what people are saying, and I'm not saying I don't agree with it, but what I am saying, I can tell you as fact, Neil Harris signed Tom Bradshaw as a record striker for this club, and he's always done the business for Neil Harris. So he will always be first choice. I don't know why that surprises people so much. And that's just an observation from me to you. That's not me telling you you're wrong. That's just what I'm telling you. So, look, we face Oxford on Saturday. It's a 12:30 kickoff. It is sold out. As I said, if there are 2 tickets floating around for me and Henry, don't be shy to let me know. And if I'm well enough, I will try and go. But if not, I'll be live streaming from in here. So what would a gaffer do? Will he go with that team that he put out the other night that didn't actually start the game because the game got called off? People keep saying the game got abandoned, but it didn't get abandoned because it didn't start. It's got to start to get abandoned. And Henry said to me, and a few other people actually said, they thought it was going to be a light show because it was on right up until about 5 minutes before, and then it went off. They thought like Portsmouth was going to do some sort of shit light show like we did against Leeds. But team selection-wise, I think he may well go with that team. It will be a 4-4-2. I wouldn't do that. Would I do a 4-4-2? Oxford are on the slide. We'll get on to them in a minute. But I would go with, if you're going to go with that team, as I said, I'll bring in Danny Mack at right back. I'll put Lenny in centre back alongside Jaff. And other than that, I'll be quite happy with that side, to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind if the front two were tinkered slightly. I think, if I'm honest, amongst all the strikers we got, Coburn's by far and away the best for us and most suited to the way we play. And it's unfortunate that he's the only one that isn't a permanent Millwall player. But for me, keep Honeyman out of it, for fuck's sake. If you're going to go one up front, okay, I don't think he will because Oxford's similar situation, a similar position to Pompey. They came up with Pompey last season, didn't they? So for me, I would go 4-4-2. That's the only change I'd make. Danny Mack in at right back, put Lenny into the middle and leave Murray Wallace at home. If you're going to go 4-5-1, then this is the team I'd probably play. Coburn up front. I'd get Aziz, Esse or Amaku in a 10 or wherever you like them three across that line there. I don't mind who plays right, who plays left and who plays as a 10. But that's the way I'd do it if we was going to play a 4-5-1. This feels like the worst video I've ever done, but I'm just trying to get through it. Let's move on to our opposition. It's Oxford United. Managed by Des Buckingham. Oxford came up in the playoffs last year. I'm sure they beat Bolton 3-0, was it, at Wembley? I watched that game in Turkey with Henry. Yeah, I think their scorer that day, is it Josh Murphy, got a couple for him. The geezer whose brother plays for Newcastle. Anyway, he scored a couple of goals, got promoted, then left and joined Portsmouth. They started the season quite well, Oxford, but they've fallen away considerably of late. They have won only one of their last 5 league games, losing the other 4, and back-to-back defeats have seen them concede 9 goals in their last 2 games, a 6-2 defeat at home against Middlesbrough, and last time out was in midweek. They lost 3-0 away on the road to Sheffield United at Bramall Lane, which sees Oxford sitting 18th in the table, 7 points behind us. We do have a game in hand on them, and if we win at the Kassam Stadium, I think that's what it's called, on Saturday, we will be level back on points with the teams in the top 6. However, I don't think we'll go above the likes of Borough due to an inferior goal difference. It's all to play for. We want to try and keep this momentum going. Back off the international break, one game called off. We need to try and build it once again and get back towards that top 6. Neil Harris thinks we can do it, and so do I. Let's move on to a prediction. And so, this is your pre-match prediction. And here we go. What the fuck is up with my voice? Listen, don't worry about the voice. I'm telling you right now, I'm going for a 3-0 Millwall win. I've got a feeling we're going to absolutely destroy Oxford and add to their recent goal conceding woes. 3-0, Casper Denor, Macaulay Langstaff and Josh Coburn to run right at the Kassam Stadium and put us back towards that top 6. And so that's your lot for this sort of preview show. I hope you've enjoyed it. I am getting better very, very slowly. Like I say, I'll probably be streaming from in here on Saturday, and then next Thursday, a week today, for the 900th time in the last 3.5 years, my operation is supposed to be happening. But I will keep battling on. I will keep getting through these horrific times, and hopefully 3 points on Saturday in Oxford will make me feel a lot better. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Whew, come on, you Lions.